Good morning. Well, Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh will meet with the president of Myanmar later today. Singh, who is on a three-day state visit to Myanmar, hopes the trip will boost trade and investment links. Analysts say the visit will also give India a bigger foothold in Myanmar's energy sector. Singh is expected to meet with pro-democracy leader Aung San Suu Kyi tomorrow.
I am coming here after 25 years when the last Prime Minister of India was here. We have centuries-old ties of religion, culture and civilization with the people of Myanmar.
Well, Doug Clayton is founder and CEO at Leopard Capital, and we've got Ishwar Prasad from Cornell University joining us as our guest host. So, Doug, let's kick it off with you. We were just talking about Myanmar. It seems to be the hot topic that everyone's in, and the hot economy that everyone's following. And you guys are going to be launching a new fund. Tell us about it.
Yes, we just came back from Myanmar, where we brought 35 investors and met some very interesting companies. This is the most exciting investment play probably in Asia right now.
So, what makes it so exciting? What do you like about it?
It's coming out of 50 years of hibernation, so it's like a patient waking up from a coma and needs to catch up to the rest of the world. So every sector needs investment and just the basic things that the rest of Asia already has.
So what are you hoping this fund will return? I mean, looking at the potential, and then you're launching a $100 million fund. What are you hoping the returns will look like, say, for the first year? What are your projections?
Well, it's a 10-year fund, so it's a long-term return. But I think the economy is going to be one of the fastest-growing economies in the world. And if we can get into the right sectors and the right companies, we should have a very high return fund, I think.
So are the big sectors that you're going to focus on going to be the ones that literally rebuild Myanmar, infrastructure, power, and so forth?
Well, we focus usually more on smaller, mid-sized companies, as well as I think in Myanmar we'll be adding real estate opportunities. Hotel rooms are very expensive. You can't get an apartment, you can't get an office. So there's a lot of opportunities.
Flights there, we've been hearing as well.
Yes. So.
What about the state of the institutions? Because that's always very central and very pivotal towards the investment case in new emerging markets and ones that are transitioning towards democracy. There is a sense that I'm getting that the institutions are still staffed with members of the regime, etc., and there are issues there in terms of transparency and all the usual developmental problems that you associate with a transitioning, fully functioning economy in a democracy. Are you seeing that on the ground? Is that going to be an impediment?
There's a shortage of good human resources because of the history, but I think deep down the institutions used to be good, and there's a high standard that they will try to bring back. It won't happen overnight, but I think at the end of the process, Myanmar will be one of the better run countries in the region.
Is this going to help Thailand?
Thailand should be the biggest beneficiary of Myanmar's opening, because if you look at the map, the border is huge. Thailand has experience in every industry that Myanmar wishes to develop. So tourism or food production or manufacturing, you just have to go across the border to Thailand. I think it'll perpetuate a lot of the sunset industries in Thailand that will be able to go across the border and open up again.
I want to ask you your investment advice, given the macro environment that everyone is just struggling to deal with right now. First of all, how much of a threat do you think is posed by Europe? And you guys are backed by Mark Faber. He's predicted a 100% chance of a global recession. So what should investors do? Should we be buying into funds like this or going into those nice safe havens that everyone's been so cozy in?
These countries like Myanmar or Cambodia, they have very little leverage or no leverage, so they're not exposed to the global financial crisis. They're coming out of their own 50-year down cycle, so they're beginning an up cycle, whereas the Western world is going off a 50-year up cycle. So I would say it's a safe haven and a good place to ride out the economic storm.
Wow, okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Doug Clayton from Leopard Capital. We're going to be right back with the final.